Hello, today we're going to go over how to manage your armor and wear multiple sets. So when you go to your inventory for your character, if you scroll down, you'll see your armor. And this is the armor that your character is wearing. And you'll notice that at the top, there are 3 sets. Set 1, you can pull it down to set 2, and you can pull it down to set 3. Now, in this specific case, Valentin is not wearing an armor set 2 or set 3. He has just got 1 set of armor. When set 1 is not selected, in other words, you're wearing set 2 or set 3, set 1 has to go someplace. And this setting on set 1 will tell you where it's going to go. If it says stored in storage, that means you've taken your armor off and placed it into one of the storages. Now, rather than move, 12 pieces of armor over to the storage and do all that stuff, we just say stored in storage and assumes that it's stuck under your bed or thrown in the trunk of the car or wherever you're putting it. If you don't have the ability to store it or you need to have the armor with you at all times, you can change that to carried in pack. Carried in pack means that when this armor is not being worn, it's moved to your backpack. The downside of putting things in your backpack is in Aftermath, armor weighs twice as much if you're carrying it and not wearing it. So in other words, this helmet weighs 0.048, but it would weigh twice as much, 0.9, if you were carrying it in your backpack. That's a lot of weight to carry. So you have to decide how you're going to do that. Now, how do you move armor to a different pack? So let's go to set 2 and look. Right now we have nothing in set 2. And set 2, we're going to say it's carried in our pack. So we have nothing there. How do you get something to set 2? So you go to set that you want to use. And let's say we look through our stuff and we have combat boots, right? And combat boots. So we have 2 pair of combat boots that are listed in our inventory. So what we do is we want to stick those to set 2. So we go to set 2 and we hit that. Now those combat boots disappear from our inventory and the weight disappears. If we go to set 2 and notice that set 2 is set in pack, well, this is now in our pack. So let's set this to stored in storage. Okay, now you'll notice that when you do that, it changes set 2 to where it is, right? So set 1, stored in storage, set 2 is carried in pack. Okay, so now we're only wearing these combat boots in locations 18, 19, and 17, 18, 19, and 20. And we can send it back to 1 or we can send it to 3. So if we were to add clothing, let's say we just go here to add clothing and we take a typical outfit like a scavenger armor and we add that set to set 2. And we delete the spare boots, which are these boots here. Now we have a full set of clothing, armor value 4, except for my boots, which are 2. So if we switch back to 1, now we have a full set of clothing with armor value 8 all over, 14 for the chest. So that allows us to, now one person asked me this, well, how do we do it? Let's say we're going to wear these nice pants in both sets. Well, if you go to set 2, and you don't have nice pants, let's say you don't have any pants on, but set 1 has pants, what I suggest you do is just go over here, find some nice pants that are armor value 2, that are an exact copy of the nice pants you already have, which I believe are armor value 2, flexible hide, and I add those to my inventory. Now, technically speaking, these pants are the same pants as in my other inventory, but I've just made a copy of them. And as long as we're storing them in the storage, it doesn't matter where we put them. So here they are there, and here they are here. Now, did I get it right? Nope. Let's see here. Nice pants. Flexible quilted. So I was close. The ones that I put in my other pack, sorry about that. The ones I put in my pack were not quite exactly the same, but the general idea is correct. So that's how you're going to do it. Then if you want to manage a set, you have to change to that set. Now, the reason we do this is because, as you know, when you're doing combat, somebody swings at you or strikes you, your armor value is automatically passed to the program to indicate how much armor you have in a specific location. If you have set 2 set, then the system will use set 2 as your armor that you're wearing during the game. And when you are attacked, it'll use the armor value that it sees on this chart to determine how your armor value affects the damage to you. So remember, switching back and forth between set takes time. You can't do that on the fly. If you're attacked, you can't suddenly jump in and hit set 2 because that doesn't work that way. But you can, in fact, change your armor outside of DAT if you need to, and that's how you store it in various locations. You can't put armor into a backpack in this game, so what you can do is if you find an armor, let's say you go to a storage. Let's see if we can see a storage here that has armor in it. If we have a storage, let's see what we got here. Let's see this beer truck. If we go to the beer truck and there was armor here, let's add some armor just so there's something there. Well, apparently I missed the button. Try again here. So if I can click that, there we go. Add. So now there's an arm harness in this backpack. And if I want to swap this to myself, I swap it over. I send it to Valentin, which allows me to put it over there. But now it goes into my armor. I'll go back to my inventory now for Valentin. It goes back to my armor, wherever I am. That's Vic, not Valentin. If I go to Valentin, there's that piece of armor. That arm harness is in my thing. If I want to send it to my number 2, I just send it to swap 2. And then it's over there. And if I go to 2, there it is. So that's how you take armor out of a storage and put it into your inventory. Okay, and that's about all there is. You can just manage your armor as best you can. Remember, we don't have to be super technical about this. We're not playing a game of move the inventory around, but we want to make it as simple as possible. So set 2 and 3 allow you to do that. Thank you so much. And